Welcome back to the Middle-earth mod. Last episode, we grabbed most of the Númenórean coast here. We've almost got enough to form, let me find it, Middle-earth decisions. We've almost got enough to form the High Kingship of Vanadun. Well, actually, we have nothing at all. But we've got most of the Kingdom of the Belakar and most of the Kingdom of Umbar. We're not missing very much at all there. The Kingdom of Akor, going to be slightly more difficult, seeing as that was just grabbed up by the Dunedain, under the kings of Gondor and Arnor there. A little bit annoying because he does have 40,000 men, whereas we have a humble 5,000. Wasn't all bad though, because we did become a songwriter, and that's all that's important. And I also learned that we can educate our children, our descendants, in also becoming a songwriter. So, what's the plan for now? How do we stop the kingdoms of men and establish our own sort of Black Númenórean kingdom here? Well, I think the answer is we go ahead and grab the ring from Sauron. What happened to Sauron? Well, Mordor's gone. I kind of wish I'd have noticed that, kept a closer eye on it, because Mordor is now completely gone. Looks like his realm was split by... Wait, there's Sauron. He's become unlanded. Interesting. Okay. He is their commander, their spy master. How did he become unlanded? This is interesting. History. Sauron the Dark Lord, his heir inherited it. Right. Not sure how that's happened. I kind of wish we'd have noticed that when we were actually playing. Okay, so instead these sort of Sauron lookalike guys have taken over. Now they are apparently Umbar as well. A little bit annoying, because that does mean that they probably have some inherent powers that we definitely do not. Do their vassals like them for that? They don't actually get any cultural bonuses from that. And you know what? All of their court Umbar as well. Maybe when we unpause, some things will sort themselves out. Now we can go on a tour for 1,000 gold. We can improve our singing and our healing. Or, when we hit 1,000 gold, we can hunt for the ring. I think I would like the One Ring, funnily enough. I feel like that would give us enough power to overthrow the Kingdom of Men, like I was saying. So why don't we save up for that? Now, we do have to play tall for a while, because unfortunately, as I said, our enemies in the north are much, much more powerful than us. And we don't really have anywhere else to expand from. We've got a massive desert, but that's not going to do anything for us, because it's an empty holding. New administration, and it doesn't even have any buildings there anyway. So, yeah. We need to deal with the last of this kingdom as well. Belakar. Shouldn't be too difficult, seeing as all they have left are essentially 3 habitable provinces. Should be very straightforward. Now, what trade routes do we have? We don't have any. The closest trade route is over here. In Korsai. In Rune? Harad. I don't know how I made that mistake. They're in Harad. Gonna be a little difficult to take that because Harad, although aren't particularly powerful, we don't really have any decent claims. We can only push claims for other people. So, unless we can grab a claim on that trade route province, which is this one here. Now, did we not get a claim on this one last episode? Sulajdar? We do. So we'll grab this one. We might as well grab the Duchy of Balabar. That will at least give us the foot in the door into Haran. Haran? Harad. Wow. Really fucking this up today. We'll get a foot in the door against Harad, right? What we can do then is at least try and spread to the east a little bit here. Maybe grab up all of the sort of desert area. Maybe even move south into Mordor itself if we really have to. Because the last thing we want to do is fight the Dunedain. Is the point I'm getting at here. The monument promised by Kor Hurin is finished. So we paid this guy 200 gold last episode to build us a statue. And he built a statue of us. Excellent. I have no words. We gain 200 influence. And he's grateful. Or we can gain the trait humble and this guy's disappointed. I feel like I would just prefer the prestige at this point. We've got a decent amount of prestige, but a little bit more couldn't hurt, right? Yep, we are infertile, we know. I think that event might just be stacking every single time we reload, so I might need to do something about that before next episode. Not a big deal, though. Really not an issue at all. So, what's the plan? First things first, let's check our truce left with this dude. So what have we got? We've got 8360. 10 more years before we can declare war on the cruel king of Belakar there. Okay, fair enough. Not too bad. Again, we want to wait for that claim to come through on the trade route here, so at least we can start, again, playing tall, as I said, maybe building up... Oh, there's no trade buildings. Maybe not worth it then in that case? We can still try and grab the whole duchy. You know, that is the entire duchy if we get claims on it, right? Oh, wait, of course, the kingdoms of man would have the other provinces. Okay, fine, you know what? Let's just build up around in that case. We want to wait for the gold. Let's hunt for the ring. Let's see what happens. The ring is out there somewhere. Do you want to launch an expedition to find out who has it and determine if it can be recovered? I kind of feel like this might be a waste of time. We know who has it. It's Sauron, but he's become weakened, unlanded. I need some headcanon here. I need some lore in the comments to help me decide what's actually happened. Okay, 10% chance of no effect. 10% chance of no effect. 80% chance of no effect. You know what? In hindsight, let's not worry about it. I feel like the money could be spent better elsewhere. We could go on a tour, find out what that does for us, and an enemy is planning to invade. Oh shit, okay. This guy again. Oh no, there wasn't this guy last time, but they actually failed to launch the invasion last time, seeing as they didn't have any boats. More specifically, they're not coastal, so they're probably not actually going to invade us at all, so I don't think we really have to worry about it. Okay then, where best to spend our gold? Apparently with the game crashing. Nice. Let me just keep buffing our character up, because I'm assuming we've got another 100 years or so of life left in us, so let's improve our singing. That gives diplomacy. Always great to have diplomacy. Not got any complaints with that at all. You know, it's going to help the realm keep together a little bit more, going to make other people like us. Oh. Astarte died under suspicious circumstances. Okay, right. He's certain someone murdered one of her dear friends. Well, she was murdered, so I can't even argue with that. She wants me to imprison the courtier who she thinks is the murderer. My half-brother. I don't know that there's any reason to believe that he might have done that. He's honourable. So honestly, I'd say it's more likely that he didn't do that. I will say she's delusional. Yeah. I think we'd rather keep our half-brother on side rather than some random courtier there. Excellent. Shall we start reading the book or take the falcon out for a hunt? Well, it's 50-50 either way. I think we prefer the trait poet. So I'm going to take the falcon out for a hunt because no doubt that will fail. And we will get the trait excellent aspiring poet. Nice. It's all coming together. Oh, she returned and she bought a well-preserved arm. Okay, great. Well, it's not quite the extraordinary artifact we were promised 2 episodes ago, but you know what? I'll take the arm. Obviously, that event failed, and this was a slightly less extraordinary artifact, apparently. Finding artifacts while they pay for, we could give her our favor. What is that? Just increase opinion, right? Oh, we actually owe her a favor, or we can give her 48 gold. She's earned my favor, for now. What does the arm do? Probably not a huge amount. It's just stewardship and monthly influence. You know what? The stewardship isn't bad. I can't complain too much for that. Right, let's start playing tall then. Let's build up Umbar. My modest attempts to write poetry was never meant to be published in any way, but wherever I go, bards and minstrels are reciting or singing some of my poems. That was quick. Holy shit. Getting the trait poet. Fame and fortune awaits. Again, diplomacy, same trait opinion. I do love getting some free diplomacy wherever we can. So we started building up Umbar here. I'll show you the building. Traveling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. I actually can't say I've seen this before. Maybe it's not in the base game, or maybe I've just never had the poet trait alongside this event firing, but we get health +2 from that, which isn't too significant, seeing as we're Numenorian, so we have, like, you know, plus however much health extra we get from that. But it's a health +2 and a diplomacy +1. If that's a base game event, that's very powerful. Very cool. So, like I was saying, the building that we've got building in our capital here, the Haven of Umbar, very, very good building. Tax, fort level, heavy infantry, archers, galleys, that's incredible. Like, incredibly good. Oh, nice. 40% chance of gaining the trait Composer. That's just free diplomacy again. I'll take... Well, it's not, because we paid for it. That's actually the opposite. 40% chance. You can do it. Did we do it? We didn't. Failure. Well, I think it's worth the risk. Whenever we can do it, or I should say it's worth the gamble, it's not much of a risk, we should definitely do it whenever we've got the option, because it does seem to be very, very worthwhile. We need more piety again. Oh, we actually got that claim. Shit, that was quick. And how many men do Rune have right now? Harad. I'm going to call them Rune every single time now. They have a grand total of 988 men. Let's take a look at the top liege levy here. That's 3,300 versus our, what is that, 5,000, 6,000 men? You know what? I feel like it's probably worth pressing this. If we push our claims at once, we can. So it's going to give us a trade route. I don't think the trade route does a huge amount, to be honest with you. Just because that there are no buildings available. Maybe for our culture we can. Maybe it's just, you know, Southron cultures don't have access to those buildings. Either way, the free provinces are quite nice as well. So we'll take those happily. And he's being attacked already. The Harad Civil War for Gavelkind and Elender is attacking him as well. The kingdoms of the Dunedain. Right, he's going for the last of these, oh, he's actually going for a different kingdom now. Sorry, I thought he was finishing the borders for this kingdom that he's got already, but I guess not. Right, okay, sure. Let's go ahead and press our claims then. Should be very straightforward, seeing as he's got his hands full a little bit, I'd say. How much gold are we making per month now? 0.4, okay, we're making 16.6, that's pretty great. Some of the mob, maybe we can get some gold out of this. Nice, 30 influence, better than nothing. Normally they do offer to bribe you with 100 gold, but I guess the guy just didn't have it to hand. Paragon of Virtue. We need 500 piety. We gain 1 learning, 100 piety permanently. Sure, we can do that. We've got to make sure that we don't do the singing or healing events then if they cost us piety. We just got to keep those on the back burner for a while. When's this invasion supposed to be firing? They've got... Oh, they missed it. Oh, no, they actually did declare it just then. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. How many men's he got? 12,000? Oof. Owie, my bones. Well, our haven's been built, so that's nice. It gives us lots of taxes. A tax haven, if you will. Oh, shit. Are they also losing land? Who are they losing it to? Rune? Conquest of the Dune Sea. Could be good for us. That could be very good for us, seeing as obviously we'll share a border with them, so we could just... Nice, we don't have to wait for truces anymore. Oh, it's a completely different dude as well. Awesome. I wonder if we could take everything. So this one's got no de jure titles at all. So actually, seeing as we have most of the Kingdom of the Belakar here, I wonder if we could grab that. Do we need, all we need is the gold. No, we just need the piety, sorry. Just need the piety. We could create that and push de jure claims to the last of it. I feel like it's probably not a bad idea. First things first, let's wait and see if we survive this war that we're getting ourselves into. Now, we do have some gold, so we could hire some mercenaries if we want to. Let's wait and see how it goes, because normally they are pretty bad at bringing troops over. They'll probably die to attrition depending on how many boats he got. Did he even get any boats from this? 84. Okay, 84 event spawn boats. That's enough to carry his troops over. Where is he right now? He's marching over. Good. So he's probably going to lose a lot of troops to attrition. He might even die. He does have cancer. No valid plots. Too far away, maybe? Yeah. Not within Diplo range. We can't, unfortunately, plot to kill him either. Guess we'll just wait and hope for the best. Right, they've just come out of the fog of war. 11,000 men. Luckily, we're being ravaged by tuberculosis right now, so that's pretty nice for us. Not every day you get to say that, but luckily, it's going to keep their troops down a little bit. You know, they're going to take attrition damage. What are we going to do? Great question. Normally, if I was fighting a defensive war against a man who had much bigger armies than myself, or a woman, but let's be honest, it's UK too, what I would do is generally state them over river crossing, split up my armies, give myself good commanders, hit and run tactics, wait for them to die to attrition, that type of thing. The issue is, we've got the good commanders, we're in a desert, so there's no river crossings, and their troops, for the most part, are probably going to be much, much superior to ours. Now, I have bought a retinue. It's not going to reinforce in time, so we might even want to retreat from Harad and let our troops build up a little bit. It's not going to reinforce too much, but they do get incredibly good bonuses, so might not be too much of a bad idea. Let's see what they do. Oh, they've actually split up their troops. Let's let them split up a little bit more. We can win this as long as the AI is staying this bad. Look at that. The attrition's actually working pretty well. Consumption, they're getting plus 7.5% for what I can only assume is a bad commander there. Plus 10% because of the desert. Holy shit. 25% attrition. We might just win this because we happen to live in a desert. Well, luckily they split their troops up, so that's very, very good for us. We're losing very few men because our commanders are much better than theirs. Not only that, but they also didn't put a commander on that flank there. So that's a great start. Thank you very much. We will go ahead and finish off their armies as and when we can. We don't want to give them a chance to reconglomerate, to, you know, retreat into the desert, or their desert, I should say, allied desert, and reinforce. We want to keep killing them down. We're at 38% war score just because it took them so long to go over here. And look at this, we actually outnumber them now. Should we just let them die down to attrition? Unbelievable. They're taking 25% a month. That's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen attrition that high before. We got the right combination of events firing at once. Obviously, you know, the fact that we're in a desert is great. The base attrition, huge. Consumption as well. Crappy commander. I'm assuming that's who Girth Nu Fuin is. Obviously, we'll find out when we actually go into the battle. We could fight them now and probably win it. The question is, do we want to wait and just let the attrition kill them off, you know, much more? We'll save some of our own troops. Okay, they're not taking any more attrition. Now's the time we want to swing in. Or at least it would be, if the game didn't crash. Thank God for monthly autosaves. Alright, let's do this war. Let's actually finish it off now. Oh shit, look at this. We can get desert terrain. Wow, that would be incredibly good. So any fighting we do in the desert, combat we do in the desert, I'm not really sure how I want to describe it, but any fighting we do in the desert is flat 20%. That's incredibly good. Seeing as, funnily enough, we live in the freaking desert. We've won this. This war is over. All martial practice has improved your skill. Great. I don't know what that means entirely. I don't think it actually does anything for us. 54% war score. Are we genuinely going to have to march all the way over there just so this war doesn't last another 20 years or so? Does he have any more troops? He must be, seeing as he's leading them. Yeah, 1,100. A little bit annoying. What are we going to do about that? I mean, we could march all the way to the Kingdoms of the Dunedain, obviously, and try and take them out. Or, better idea, we could go ahead and fight the war we launched against Harad. Probably not a bad plan, seeing as we're not really under any threat from... Wait. Who? Oh, wait. Never mind. I was going to say, was that not the name of the guy who was supposed... Oh, I thought was leading their armies. Actually might have been something from our court instead. Some sort of buff that I didn't realize. Well, that's a good start. 7% for free. Oh, it's a disease. Camp fever, typhus. Right, I understand now. There's me thinking, oh, it's one of their commanders is really, really bad. You know, low marshal is contributing to their armies being worse. No, it's actually just camp fever. Or Garth Nu Fuin. I've learned something today. We're going to say, as long as you know what you're doing, because really we don't want to risk this guy's life. You know that the physician can kill you dead. He can cause something or a more serious illness that will kill you dead. We've got 12 health. We don't really need... Oh, we've got way more than 12 health. We've got 12 plus the 5 base plus another 1. So we've got 18 health minimum. I think it's not necessary to risk anything, even the -4 plus the ill treatment there is not going to affect us too much. Alright. We get an extra war score. We fought off the Kingdoms of the Dunedain, and we're fighting Harad at the same time. Now, our troops actually seem much better than I gave them the credit for. You know, the game kind of scared me when it did its pop-up saying, hey, your troops might not be very good. Oh, shit, we got a Morgul Blade. Oh, shit. Hello. Martial +2. Sold. Personal combat +1. Monthly influence. I'll take that. That seems very good. Is it single use? I was just about to say that the dagger breaks, and they become a wraith when you kill something with a Morgul Blade, or like a barrel wipe, basically. Maybe it is only single use. At which point, let's probably use it now, because this, you know, we're in 2 major wars. I feel like now's probably a good time if we're ever going to stab anyone with a Morgul Blade. Seems appropriate. Alright, what are we up to? 0% war score there because we control another war goal, but we have taken their capital. We could probably just assault these down quite safely, seeing as we have, you know, incredibly good commanders, a lot of, not really much to worry about in terms of their troop count. Now, what is that? A white. And there's a Nazgul as well. Oh, the Nazgul's leading the Haradrim Revolt. Understandable. Endure the Wicked. Cool. Be kind of interesting if a Nazgul becomes the leader of Harad. Might be a bit worrying, because I assume they get some sort of magical power associated with them, right? Nazgul gives... Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Health +1,000, martial +15. They got extra damage. A lot of extra damage, especially damage versus religious enemies. Creatures of Melkor, we are a man of darkness. Not quite the same thing. Not even the same religious group, actually. So, let's not piss those guys off, because even if we had superior numbers and superior troops, just in terms of consistency, you know, heavy infantry versus light infantry, that type of thing, we would probably still get absolutely swamped. Now, why have they gained back war score? Oh, they've turned up with actual substantial troops. Okay, understandable. Let's be careful then. We probably want to do. Not worry about the war in Harad for a while. Retreat back to Umbar. Let's get our troops sort of conglomerating with a nice safe buffer so these troops don't suddenly turn around and kill us dead. Now, here's the downside. There's no more plague or anything like that. The question is, what do we do at this point? I'm not entirely sure. Do we wait for attrition to kill them off? Do we wait for them to move? Are they in the desert at this stage? Counts as plains. Wait for them to move into the desert. Hopefully the attrition starts killing them off again, and then we can do exactly what we did before. So if we just stand in Harad, sorry, Umbar. We stand in Umbar and wait for them to turn up. Oh, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Right, there we go. Hopefully we can get back before they end up sieging us down and capturing us. Careful. Okay, we're good. Right, how many troops have we got? Are we going to be able to take them out? Not really. You know what? 1,400. Oh, sorry, 4,800 there versus 5,200. We could probably try that and win it just based on our commanders alone. But again, I would rather wait for the... No, they're not taking any attrition anymore. Better commanders. Probably the fact that there aren't 2 plagues ravaging the provinces as well helps. Are they trapped there? So this is the only province that they've actually got a border with. Let's wait for them to attack into us, because this is plains, isn't it? So, oh, no, this is desert. Okay, ignore me. Stand here, counter siege, let them come to us. Seems like a bad idea. Doesn't seem like a bad idea, I should say. We're also reinforcing 7 soldiers a month, so this is probably going to be fine. Are they going to be able to reinforce with anything else? Has he got any more troops? Might be the real question. No. Who are these guys, anyway? Oh, right, those are troops from Harad. Aha. Maybe declaring 2 wars at once was a bad idea. Well, I think we'll still be fine, even with this. We're still reinforcing troops. They've got to attack into us if we want to go anywhere from now. Where did those troops go? Great question. They seem to have lost a bunch. Let's kill them dead. Did we have good commanders? We do. 17, 26, 32 versus 0, 8, and 18. He's actually leading troops in the south. We capture him in battle, we win. Oh, shit. They've barely got any troops. Right, 22% war score. Harad are actually the ones doing the damage here. You know, I thought that was the Kingdoms of Men. I was completely mistaken. We're going to have to very quickly counter-siege a lot of our provinces. My court physician, Telemar, has suggested that I buy him some new equipment. 28 gold? Absolutely not. Can't afford it because I'm trying to keep my troops raised. Oh, shit. That's a lot of men. Again, commanders will probably win this for us despite the fact they have the numbers advantage. Oh, God, they're also attacking into us. Okay, so that flank has no one on it. 15-15. Dangerous, but we could be okay. Oh, absolutely fine. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hermikill, closed with you, putting you on the defensive and ready to attack. So you decide to defend with... What's this man's personal combat? Nothing? Yeah, nothing. Okay, we've got a Morgul Blade, so like I said, now seems like the most appropriate time, since we're in 2 pretty decent wars. I'm going to go with a parry. And then a parry. He drops his weapon and throws his hands up in surrender. Guess we'll take him prisoner. Gain 100 prestige. Or we kill him dead. Piss off a lot of people. I would rather take him prisoner, though, because we can ransom him off, obviously. We can trade Wrath as well. That's going to increase our martial a little bit. Not too bad. Kind of surprised we haven't lost our illness there. Let's seek a treatment. My life is in your hands. Should we risk it? Fuck it. Why not? Oh, one eye's in severely injured. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. And he didn't cure it. Yeah, that was what I was worried about. God damn it. Tell him, nah. Maybe we should have bought him those books after all. Okay, 15, 14. Oh, that's not very good either. Let's try and find someone with high learning of our religion, our culture. Who is willing to join my court, maybe serve as my new physician. 18, that'll do. Welcome to court. God damn. Again, we're not likely to die. Severely injured, what's that? -2. This is a -4 plus a -1 because of ill treatment. We're still fine. We're still more than fine. You know, even with 4 health, I'd be feeling quite comfortable. Even with 3 health in the base game, I'd be feeling quite comfortable. This is more than acceptable, I think. Let's go ahead, and first things first, we'll go ahead and search for ancient artifacts in our capital. What does that do? Levy reinforcement rate? Plus 270%. Wow. Okay, understandable. Court physician. One of you noticed Original Soulborn, actually. Shout out to Original Soulborn. Haven't seen you around for a while. Asked me why I wasn't setting up a physician. Mainly because of exactly this reason. You know, we've got so much health that it's not a big priority. I should be doing it. It's just laziness, but it's also not a big priority either, so not too bad. Right, let's go ahead and counter siege. Take our lands back for ourselves. He's offering a white peace. Absolutely not. If the AI's offering white peace, that generally means that they've worked out that they're probably not likely to win. You know, they base it on a lot of different factors. That being probably the fact they're in about 6 or 7 different wars, I'm going to take a guess. They're in 2 different wars. Okay, fair enough. Hadron Civil War. They are losing that massively. What's the downside to that? Well, we need to finish this war very quickly, is why I'm assaulting it down, so that we can not be... Oh, it's a civil war for Gavelkind, not to overthrow them. Alright, that's fine then. So the war will continue after that, but we want to finish this war whilst they're distracted. I thought it was to overthrow him, but that is not the case. If it was to overthrow him, then we would definitely want to finish this war quickly so we're not fighting the damn Nazgul instead. Right. How have they still got 44% war skill? Probably because we control none of the war goal, I assume. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. These are nicely counter siege. We gain a trait scarred instead of severely injured. Great, good stuff. We've still got camp fever. We should probably just sit and wait for that to disappear by itself, because I think that's more likely the case. 94% war score with the Gondorians there. Oh god, the deficit. Right, what do we do at this point? Well, honestly, I'm going to take construction with this one. Legalism, absolutely. We should pass some laws when we get the opportunity to. Religious revocation, absolutely. Give me that. Thank you very much. Illegal ram inheritance too. Why not? Now, what do we want to do? How are we going to get some money back is the next question. We could ransom some prisoners off, I guess. Ransom some nobodies here and there. What else can we get rid of? This dude's only worth 10 gold. Better than nothing. It allows us to keep our troops up for a little bit longer, I guess. There we are. We're up to 23. Pretty good. Alright. Assault these down. And let's go and grab our war goal. This war we can actually peace out now. Thank you very much. That's going to keep us going for a lot longer. Fortunately, it's cost us more than we earned from that. Because these troops are cost us shit. And plus, we've got some retinues raised as well. So, you know, a little bit of a double-edged sword. I'm not sure the retinues are entirely worth it in hindsight. Is that really the quickest route? You could have fooled me. A son was born to Princess and some other... Oh, right, the guy that she's... Yeah, the guy that's cheating on his wife with her. Can't do much about that, unfortunately. It's just random bastard children. I don't really care that much either. Right, let's assault that down. 46%. Take this one out. We should win the war. Because we've got so much battle war score already from it, I assume. 38%. Yep, that's pretty good. This one's worth a lot of war score because obviously we've got, 4 different holdings here to siege down. Do I want to assault this one? Not really. Not with 859 defenders so much. It's not an important decision then. Find a new empire. Now, one of you said we could do this. We need 3 kingdom level titles and either that or a realm size of 180 and 8,000 prestige. Holy shit, that's expensive. I think you might have been getting confused with CK2+, which does... You can adjust the requirements for founding an empire to 2 kingdom level tiles, which I think is what I personally play with, but I don't remember in hindsight. Oh my god, we've lost so many troops. Wow. Careful. Okay, well, let's just assault these down then and actually finish this war. 53%. We're actually going to have to go take out its capital again. God damn it. Are these not the war goals? Well, we're going to get ticking war score now, which is obviously better than nothing. We're going to have to go take out the rest of his capital then or something to try and get ourselves a little bit more war score where we can afford it. Yeah, we can assault these down. Nice. We got a claim on the duchy that we are currently at war for. Thank you. I wish you'd have given me about 4 years ago. How long has this war been going on, actually? 8352? Holy shit, it's been going on for almost 10 years. Wow. Doesn't feel like it. How time flies. Alright, what else can we take for war score here? Ideally, anywhere at this point. You know, duchy level titles, kingdom level titles. Preferably somewhere we can siege down quickly, so I'm not spending a fortune on this war for much longer. This isn't too bad. I suppose I'll go for this one. Do they have any troops left? They've got 1,000 men somewhere, but... Oh, God, the attrition. Oh, God, the attrition. Well, there's some troops. We could kill those guys. We'll finish off this assault, and then we'll go and... Actually, no, we'll kill those first before we lose any more troops. We lost the trait camp fever. Awesome. And more bastard children for us. And some tech points, too. Awesome. This should be pretty good. Nice. In the midst of battle, you see that the enemy commander is open to attack. Have at them. A thrust, a swing, or a chop. I wish I knew what any of this meant. We'll go for a thrust, because we're using a Morgul blade. Karamir closed in with you, putting you on the defensive and ready to attack. Let's parry him, and let's take him prisoner. Nice. Oh, that was enough. Sweet. And we've got a decent amount of... Don't crash on the autosave. Game. Unbelievable. Luckily, we still have 100% war score. Okay, let's offer peace. Perfect. Nice. Now, that might not seem very significant, but it is a pretty decent foot in the door, as I said. Gives us means to attack the rest of Farad if we want to. Can we holy war them? No, they are men of darkness the same. And this guy's even a Black Numenoran. Wait, is he not some... I thought this was our grandson. Because we did have some grandchildren with the, Crashed again? Oh no. How much of this video is salvageable at this point? That was looking bad there for a second. I've had to go back to a very, very old save game and do the whole thing again. A little bit worrying. I'm hoping I can salvage as much of this video as I can. I don't remember what it was talking about either, so I don't think it was anything important. That being said, again, we've got foot in the door into Harad. Really, really good, because it means we can, you know, start declaring wars, conquest, that type of thing. Now, before we finish up, because I need to do something in this video, let's see if we can take the rest of this kingdom here. That at least means that all we've got to do now is focus on the one last kingdom. Now, unfortunately, that does mean declaring war on the Kingdom of Man, so I think we'll have to go elsewhere before we do that. Maybe into Harad, like I was saying, maybe into Rune as well. Mordor itself, probably not a bad idea. That way, it also gives us a chance to get the One Ring, maybe defeating Sauron, because God knows what's happened with him at this point. But it gives us a clear goal of what we need to achieve, and that simply is, you know, build up enough troops to be able to face down the kingdoms of the Dunedain. Let's go ahead and tidy up these borders. Now, I did declare war without checking these guys' troops, because 90% of his land is a desert, so I didn't think he'd be that much of a threat, and it turns out, no, he's actually not. Alright, this should be pretty straightforward. So we've lost camp fever, we're still good with that. We've lost an eye. Although we do look very two-eyed, we have definitely lost an eye. I'm going to not agree to any non-aggression pacts, because the last time we did that, it was the place we actually wanted to go to war for. You'll do? Alright, this is good. So what I'll do then, between episodes, I'll play tall. I won't play too much, but I will do some of the more boring stuff, like building up buildings, you know, collecting taxes, that type of crap. Just so that we can come back with, you know, fully reinforced troops, actually get straight back into the action. Just because I'm going to have to dedicate a fair amount of time to cleaning up what we've done today already. So I want to make sure that the stuff next episode that we do is, you know, really valuable stuff. That being said, you know, we have achieved a lot. Grabbed a duchy from, Rune. Oh, Harad. Fucking hell, every time. Obviously, we fought off the men as well. We fought off the actual kingdoms of the Dunedain. They're one of their larger vassals, 12,000 troops. We know that we're in a pretty defensible position. That's quite good knowledge to have. So, when it comes to offensive wars, it's obviously not going to be as lucky as that. But we did pretty well, I think. We've got religious revocation. Also worth mentioning. I'll deal with that between episodes. Like I said, that's just a case of revoking and dishing out titles to the correct vassal. So, not really worth leaving in the video when we're sort of limited for what we're getting anyway. That being said, we're also Paragon of Virtue. Awesome. Is that all our ambitions done? Well, no, I suppose we are 180. I'm saying that like, you know, it's a surprise that we've fulfilled all the ambitions. I think that was to be expected. Go ahead and counter siege. Thank you very much for that. Giving me a good opportunity there to win this war. War knowledge. Military spread rate plus 50%. Pretty good. I'm going to keep the information to myself and not piss off any of our vassals. 100% war score. We've done it. Look at that. Now we've got just the desert next to us. How is this guy still landed? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, he's got this over here. Right, okay. He just, you know, is claiming the desert on his behalf. See the round prosper? Seems appropriate. As to help manage our titles again, I'll do that in between episodes, just so we're keeping in the meaty stuff. What do we need? We can completely control the Kingdom of Belakar. Do we not have the Kingdom of Umbar? What are we missing for that, then? Du jour? Completely control the Kingdom of Umbar. We're missing a holding, maybe. We are. Oh, shit, we're missing a holding in Umbar. Unbelievable. This one here. Right, we're going to have to go to war for that then before we end this episode, because I wanted to have the two kingdoms fully controlled so that we, you know, like I said, had a pretty good goal in mind for next time. Let's get our troops back over. In fact, we can just disband them here, can't we? Right, who has my holding? Come on, fess up. This guy? Maybe we can just offer him vassalization. Yeah, there we go. That makes it a lot easier. Thank you. He's also a pretty decent vassal. Ambidextrous, you know, not too bad all around. Not great, but not terrible either. Oh, we should have attacked him to steal his stuff in hindsight. Let's just double check. Fully control the Kingdom of Umbar. Fully control the Kingdom of Belikar. Hey, it's only been a couple of episodes. That's pretty good progress, I think. Thank you for watching. I'll try and fix whatever is causing these pretty major crashes. I'll check in the error log, see what I can dig up, see if I can't patch over it, if nothing else. Doesn't have to be neat, just so we can keep playing. Thank you to all of my patrons. The top tier: Sean Thornton, Zachary Harris, Lucas Holting, James Ogilvy, Ryle, Conspired C, Michael Mullen, Gabriel Vandals, Haydog, Jocelyn, Dean Tesla, and Logan Thorne. And everybody else who's ever backed on Patreon for allowing this channel to keep going. Brandon Vitoniak, Jens, Necrophelan, Felix Deal, Prince O, What's This, Noble S, Quet Larchley, Tsar Reven, Paulmaster, Parasaur Augustus, Jack Allen, Chancellor Sheev Palpatine, I'm the Lizard King, Llewellyn Thomas, Joran De Vries, Euphrates, Duncan217, Salaki, Jordan Campbell. Big shout out to the dev for giving me this early build version, or this advanced build version. We should probably say it more like that, which is very generous of them, and for, of course, keeping us this, giving us this custom character. Check them out in the Steam Workshop, rate them up, give them a favourite, and of course, play them up for yourself. Maybe do something different. Don't do what I've done, because apparently that's quite a difficult start, as the Doing Dane are pretty much cock-blocking our dreams here. See you next time.